It's been quite the week in Washington. President Trump's sudden firing of FBI Director James Comey created a firestorm, but it elicited little reaction from most Republicans in Wisconsin's congressional delegation. Several had little or no comment about it. House Speaker Paul Ryan of Janesville held a couple of events in his district late last week. He took a few questions and said he stands by President Trump's decision to fire the FBI director.
No one's disputing the fact that the president has the right to hire or fire an FBI director. He made that decision. It's been made. I think what's important now is that we make sure that there is a qualified and capable person that people have confidence in to take over the FBI.
Republican Mike Gallagher of Green Bay was less supportive. The freshman lawmaker sent out a series of tweets saying he has serious concerns and unanswered questions about the timing of Comey's dismissal. Gallagher also said it was imperative that congressional and FBI investigations into Russian interference in our country continue unimpeded and unaltered. As you might expect, Democrats were less restrained in their reaction to the Comey firing.
I was very shocked, and in particular because of the timing. In the hours since that firing, we have seen a changing narrative about why it occurred that has been head-spinning, frankly.
And soon after Comey was fired Tuesday, names of possible replacements started to pop up, including that of Milwaukee County Sheriff David Clarke, a strong Trump supporter who told me on this program last fall that he would be happy to serve the president if asked.
If I may ask, of course, when the president asks you to serve, you serve.
You think you could be useful in a role in a Trump administration?
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind I could be.
Yeah. Some political analysts think Clarke is an unlikely choice. The next FBI director will require Senate approval. ABC News political director Rick Klein says that while Trump values loyalty, the Senate might not see it that way.
You know that Senate Democrats are going to make a lot of noise, and Republicans are going to be skeptical about anyone who's up for that slot. So I have a hard time imagining it, but Donald Trump has amazed us over and over again with how bold he's been in some of his choices and decisions.
Our Facebook question this week looks at the Comey firing. Do you agree or disagree with the president's decision to fire the FBI director? Tell us by liking and sharing up front on Facebook. When we come back, yet another approach to paying for state roads, how an experiment in Oregon might be relevant to Wisconsin.